I did think of one musical artist that their music would just pour around me and be like a music video. Damn, to be honest, I would love for the Foo Fighters and Dave Grohl's music to just be pouring around me as I go, learn to fly! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Blinded by the Light. It's about a young kid in Luton who is a teenager learning to live his life and understanding his family and finding his own voice through the music of Bruce Springsteen. Now, this kid is actually in a family of Pakistanis, and in this time, this isn't the best time for them, but it's his story of how he is taking this, how he is taking on this whole culture and really rocking his world when Bruce Springsteen comes into life and what Springsteen did for him. Now, this is actually based on a true story of the writer of this, and he actually has a memoir about it. I did actually get to interview him, the director, and one of the actors in this film, so do make sure to look out for that on this channel. But the thing about this was one of the most surprising aspects of Blinded by the Light was I heard so much buzz coming out of Sundance that when you hear all that festival buzz, you walk out and you're like, is it going to be the best? But it truly, the best thing that I can say about this film is I could not get the smile off my face. Now, first start though, when the film moved along, I was like, this is a typical coming of age film. It's nice, but the way that the director decided to pop in Bruce Springsteen's music, it's like it elevated the movie and elevated everyone. It brought a different personality to the movie and really started to show that, yeah, this isn't your typical coming-of-age film. In fact, as someone who is very picky with musicals, this is a movie that really, when the Bruce Springsteen comes in, it's the way that they frame those musical sequences that are so different and visually stunning to a certain point that it really encountered me and made me kind of excited to see what they were going to do with the rest of this movie, because it really did bring a new life to the film and again added to that big smile I had on my face watching the whole movie. Gurinder, the director of this, who also directed Bend It Like Beckham, her direction was the reason that this story is so well done. Because of the writing in here being such a very personal story, touching on that direction, who really elevated the whole plot and everything that's kind of going around, it's because of her that also picks apart and brings about these new personalities and also bringing a new story that I think any sort of culture and any sort of person can actually relate to. I have that one artist that does inspire us, whether it's a musical artist, an actual painting artist, or maybe even a movie entertainment artist. There's someone that has always supported us, or in general, maybe just we viewed them and we're like, that's our hero. Those words that they're saying are totally words that I can follow in with line in. Stuff that Blinded by the Light does so well and really bringing you in and making you feel like this is a coming-of-age story for not just you and certain people, but really for everyone. One of the strongest elements about the story as well was actually the father and son story in here. I didn't expect to really tear up so much, but I went home and told my dad how much I loved him, because this story really touches on that aspect and teaches you about like what your parents can truly do for you, even if you think they're not doing everything in the best light for you. By the end of the story, you can kind of tell them. Parents do have to learn about some of the things that we're going through. The most important part about this though is that I've not even talked about the performances yet. The performances all around here are fantastic. Now, Viveik, who plays Javid, the main character, is actually one of his first films, and he is a newcomer to look out for. What a fantastic part of the story, and really it's because of him that you latch onto this story so well. But it's Phagura who plays Roops, his best friend, and what a wonderful best friend that you can have in here. Sometimes when you have those best friend characters in coming of age stories, it doesn't play out the way that you think it should, but this is one of those stories that it played out in the best manners that it possibly could. The likes of different women in here who really were a big standing motivation for Javid. It was a very strong and emotional part of it, and one of those being Hayley Atwell, which I really liked her character. I actually wish there was a little bit more for her to do in the film, but truly she was one of the best parts. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on this movie, make sure to comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys excited for Blinded by the Light? Are you not? Let's talk about it down below in the comments, guys. And of course, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you guys are new here, because I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis. Blinded by the Light is a movie that I was really looking forward to just because of all the buzz from Sundance, and it lived up to it. The direction, the writing, it's all strong. It's all visually elevated as well to make such a unique coming-of-age story that while at the beginning kind of slowed a bit, in the first 20% of the film, I was like, where is this going to go? This kind of seems like a typical generic coming-of-age film that we get every year, but by the end, I had a big smile on my face. I couldn't get the smile on my face, and the direction, the writing, the acting, everything in here is stunning. Bruce Springsteen fans will be very much appreciated of the boss's music in here and the way that it is portrayed. It is a nice thank you letter to him, but also a great coming-of-age film that brings you into this father-son story, and in general, the story of this kid who's just trying to grow up and figure out who he is inside. An emotional film on that, and definitely you guys are going to have to look out for this independent feature. So with all that said, I'm going to give Blinded by the Light an A-. You know what your guys' thoughts are on Blinded by the Light? like? Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. And of course, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So make sure to check out all their links down below for any YouTube content that they do as well. Some of them are YouTubers, and you guys definitely want to support them. Make sure also to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are new here. Comment down below. Hit up Sandwich on Films as well, how to see films early, because that's you guys asked me how to see films early. Sandwich on Films gives out those passes. But guys, thank you guys again so much for watching this, and until next time, stay classy.